Tales of Balbuzar, the Fat Princess and the Hunter. A long time ago, in a faraway kingdom, there was a queen and a king who had three daughters whom they loved above all. The eldest was named Nadila, and she was the prettiest of them all. The second was Malinda, and she was as pretty as her eldest sister. And then lastly was Princess Sade. Well, Princess Sade was also pretty, but she was not pretty enough for society's standards, for she was fat. Because of her weight, everyone mocked her in silence. Even the servants would whisper to each other each time she walked by.
Look at how fat she looks.
I am certain she can finish one cow all by herself.
What are you laughing about?
Nothing, my princess.
We were discussing the weather. Isn't it beautiful today?
Sure it is.
Day after day, Princess Sade would become even more frustrated because of her weight. She had tried all types of remedies to get rid of her excess fat, but none had worked. The doctors had told her that her weight gain had almost nothing to do with her eating habits, but it was greatly due to a hormonal imbalance, and there was nothing she could really do to reverse the situation. All over the land, people secretly referred to her as the hippopotamus princess, and she hated it.
I wish I could drown in a river.
Do not say that, sister. You are beautiful the way you are.
Nadila is right. You say that because you are slim and perfect. You are not in my shoes. Neither of you can understand what I feel.
Time passed, and Sade's eldest sister received the marriage proposal from the most handsome prince of the neighboring kingdoms. Within a few days, she was married. Weeks later, Nadila also received a marriage proposal from a very handsome prince, and within no time, they got married and left, and now Princess Sade was left all alone with her parents.
My princess, do not lose hope. One day it shall be your turn.
Beauty is from the inside, my daughter. Do not look down upon yourself because you have some weight. Not all men love slim ladies. Your husband is out there, and one day he shall surely find you.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father, for your kind words.
The following months, the queen and the king will try all they can to marry off Princess Sade, for she was past the age at which young girls of the kingdom got married. Unfortunately, none of the eligible royal bachelors were interested in Princess Sade.
Oh, what must we do? Very soon the princess will be too old for all the eligible bachelors of the kingdom.
Patience, my queen. One day, she will surely find her soulmate.
Frustrated, Princess Sade ran away to a nearby forest where she sat underneath a tree and began to sing out her sorrows. I wish I was slim, I wish I was small, I wish I could fly like the birds in the sky. I'm tired of this weight, I'm tired of it all. I wish I was slim, I wish I was small.
You are perfect just the way you are. There is no need to change, my princess.
Who are you and why are you spying on me?
Call me Musa. I am a hunter, and I was resting when I heard you sing with a wonderful voice, and I couldn't help but join you.
Why don't you come out so I can see who I am talking to?
Then the hunter came out of his hiding place. He was indeed a handsome gentleman, and immediately as they looked at each other, they knew they were meant to be soulmates. The days that followed, Princess Sade was happier than ever. Every morning, she would run to the forest to meet with her hunter, and as always, he was there, waiting for her underneath the tree.
You are here.
I told you I will always be here waiting for you.
Musa did not care about Sade's weight, for he loved her just the way she was. Musa's mom was also a very chubby lady, and he had always dreamt of getting married to someone who looked exactly like his mother. Princess Sade, on the other hand, had never received so much attention from anyone, so she cherished every moment both spent together.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
You have made of me the happiest of men. Next week, I shall present myself to the palace and speak to your parents.
I cannot wait, I am certain. They will be happy to receive you.
Well, as in every story, something unfortunate happened. A great epidemic came over the land, and Princess Sade became very sick. Bedridden, Princess Sade could not run to the forest to meet with her hunter as usual. Not knowing what happened, Musa became very worried about the princess and decided to send forth his messenger bird to deliver a message to Princess Sade. Hours later, the bird returned with a message from the princess.
This must be the reason why she has not been coming. I hope she gets well soon.
Though Musa and Princess Sade were far away, they always communicated through the messenger bird. Princess Sade's severe illness had caused her to lose a lot of weight, and with each passing day, she was becoming almost unrecognizable.
Our Princess Sade has lost all her weight.
She has now become as tinny and slim as her sisters.
Princess Sade herself could not believe her eyes. She had become very slim, and as she recovered, her face glowed even more. Everyone was overjoyed, the king and the queen especially.
Now that our princess is slim and most beautiful, we must find her an eligible bachelor right away.
Our little girl has always been a beautiful princess. Whether slim or fat, it doesn't change anything.
Within no time, marriage proposals began to flood the palace. Princess Sade, who had never had so much attention before, was over the moon. Little by little, her ego began to swell up, and soon enough, she completely forgot about her hunter. The days that followed, Princess Sade would not even bother replying to his numerous letters. On and on, Musa would send his messenger bird to the palace, but he never received any answers.
Well, I think this is it for me. Princess Sade has surely fallen in love with someone else now that she is slim and sought after by almost all the men of the kingdom. If I truly love her, I must let her be happy, even if it hurts that she will not be with me.
Princess Sade, on the other hand, was living her dream. She could not believe what was happening.
I am far too beautiful for a simple hunter. I will get myself the richest prince, for I refuse to settle for less.
Because of the numerous marriage proposals she had received, the queen and the king urged the princess to choose one of the eligible bachelors. Months after, Princess Sade finally made her choice and went for the wealthiest of them all.
My wedding will be the talk of the kingdom, greater than those of my elder sisters combined.
So, the wedding day was set, and the preparation for the wedding began. Then something happened. Blinded by her ego, Princess Sade had forgotten something. The only reason she had gotten thin in the first place was because of the side effects of her severe illness. Now that the illness was completely out of her body, days before the wedding, Princess Sade noticed she was beginning to swell up. Frightened, she stopped eating. She exercised almost all day, but no matter what she tried, her weight would not stop adding until eventually she regained back her excess weight completely.
No, this cannot be happening. This is a nightmare.
When her husband-to-be saw her upon visiting her the day before the wedding, he immediately canceled the wedding and ran away. Devastated, Princess Sade cried, and only then did she remember her hunter and wondered what he had become. Stricken with sorrow, Princess Sade went back to the abandoned letter Musa had sent. Back then, she had been too prideful to read, but now things had changed and she was full of regret. One after the other, Princess Sade went over the letters and cried mercilessly.
I have been so foolish. My pride and vanity have made me lose the only man who ever truly loved me. Musa, oh Musa, where are you now? Please forgive me.
And on she cried. Months later, the queen, king, and Princess Sade received an invitation for the wedding of a distant cousin who was getting married to a neighboring prince. Princess Sade had never been a fan of weddings. As a result, she always refused such invitations. But this time, she wished to attend the ceremony, for this cousin of hers was suffering from the same hormonal imbalance problem. And just as Sade, she was very fat. Once she arrived at the wedding, Sade immediately recognized her hunter.
Welcome, my king. Welcome, my queen. Welcome, princess. Happy to see you at my wedding.
Then the prince left to see his bride. Upon returning to the palace after the ceremony, Princess Sari was inconsolable, and though she cried all the tears she could, the deed was already done, and for the rest of her life she lived to regret her actions. The moral lesson of this story is you should never forget those who stayed loyal to you through the hard times. The end.